Welcome back to Hotline, and today I'm going to show you how to fix and repair and change the thread on your Slingshot Phantasm Carbon mast. So let's get right into it. A little disclaimer up front, I've been using the Slingshot Phantasm Carbon mast for more than 3 years and it's my favorite mast still. I never had any problems and I still believe in the quality and in the design. It's light, it's durable and I love it. But recently my front wing started to shake while I was riding. I could feel it. I could feel a little vibration going from side to side. And that was probably my failure because I was using a massive Leviathan subfoil 1350 mounted to the Slingshot fuselage, which is not meant to be that way. And I was using the mast and I crashed into another guy pumping. We collided doing high fives, which is not a good idea because your arms are probably the same length as your front wing. There was no damage to the wing, but I could feel a little vibration in the pumping in the front wing. And this was probably due to the barrel nuts, the little threads that are inserted into the mast. You can see it's crooked, it's bent, and I think one came loose and then there was a little gap, and the other ones after time and work and crashes and fails and jumps just became bent as well. So today I'm going to show you how to replace them. It's pretty easy, it's not expensive, and it's straightforward. So what you need, of course, are some replacement barrel nuts. You can order just a pair of 3 nuts. You can order the set including the screws, or you can just order the screws, whatever's broken. My screws are pretty worn out. I don't know, this one's okay. But these two, you can tell they've seen better times. So I just bought some new screws as well. The process of taking out the barrel nuts from the carbon mast is pretty straightforward. If you're lucky, just take a screwdriver and try to turn the nuts or push the nuts just out of this little hole. They are just pushed in with a little pressure, and if you can take them out, if they are not bent too much, you're lucky. That's the easiest way. If they won't come out and if they won't turn, just take a hammer and apply some pressures. You can get yourself a little board. Oh, I prepared something. And I drilled a hole in this board and I put the mast on the hole so the barrel nuts can move into the hole and out of the mast. Still always remember, this is a carbon mast. Carbon is fragile, so be careful. If you want, you can apply some tape to protect the carbon. Do it take your time. Just take your time. Be slow, be careful. You don't want to break the carbon mast. So there's one left in my mast and it's not coming out. I applied some pressure with the hammer and it didn't work. So I'm gonna use a pipe wrench, and I got myself a nut and just a metal piece, whatever you can find. It needs to be smaller than the insert, and I'm gonna try to push it out, and I'm gonna show you how. So first thing is I'm gonna put the nut on one side, and then I'm gonna sit the other metal on this and squeeze it out. So once I pushed out the insert a little bit, so much that I can grab it with the pipe wrench, I'm just gonna grab it. Like you can probably see, it came out about halfway. So now I'm just gonna grab it, pull it, and that's it. You can see this one's crooked as well. It's taking a fair bit of beating. So let's say goodbye to the old screws and the old barrel nuts and say hello to the new ones. Before pushing these ones into your mast, I would suggest to apply some grease, some marine grease, because now you have access to the thread and it's a lot easier than doing it later on. So that's what I'm gonna do first. Here we go, all the 3 barrel nuts. I have some Pro Lane marine grade grease. It comes with the Slingshot sets. It's really sticky. I hate it. I hate it on the front wings because you can't wash it off. It's almost impossible, but it's the best stuff I've used in salt water. It protects your gear really well, but don't only apply it to the threads and the screws and not on your hands and not on your front wings. So you want to be careful with this stuff. But that being said, I'm just going to take one of those small Q-tips and insert it just to the thread, turn it, and that's all I'm gonna do. So now all we need to do is put the inserts into the little holes. The little cut for the screwdriver needs to be in a vertical position, but you can see the thread anyway. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Just push it in from one side. Because they are not bent and not crooked, they slide in just perfectly without any effort. And that's pretty much it. So let's see if this works. Number 1 is perfect. Number 2 needs some fine tuning. Nice. Number 3, perfect. So I'm just gonna put some grease on my screws as well, put it all together, mount it to the fuselage and my front wing, and take it for a test ride. So my wife took the car, our only car, but as long as you can walk to your favorite spot, I'm not gonna complain. So, did a few quick runs and everything's fine. The foil is perfect and I hope you're doing good as well, repairing your foil. If you have any questions, use the comments and I'll get back to you. See you, goodbye.